Hello students, welcome to our next computer class of class 5. Today we will discuss on chapter 3, Advanced Features of Word Processors. First we will discuss on MS Word. What is MS Word? MS Word actually is a powerful word processor with many built-in tools to format document. There are various formatting actions which can be performed on a document containing text in the form of paragraphs. But to do any kind of formatting or editing, you need to select the text first. To select the text first, you have to follow some given steps, such as if you want to select the text by using mouse, then at first you have to go to Home tab. In the editing group, click on select and then click on select all, and from the drop down menu. If you want to select the entire document, then move the pointer to the left of any text until it changes to a right pointing arrow. If you want to select any amount of text, then click anywhere you want to begin the selection. Hold down the left mouse button and drag the pointer over the text and you want to select. If you want to select the word, then double click on the word. To select a line, move the pointer to the left of the line. If you want to select the text or the document by using keyboard, then also you have to first select the entire document and press Ctrl or Ctrl+A. To select one particular character to the right or left, press Shift or plus right arrow. If you want to change the character, select the character from the left, then you have to click Shift plus left arrow. To select a word from the beginning to the end, you have to place the cursor at the beginning of the word and then press Shift plus right arrow. To select a line from the beginning to the end, press Home and then press Shift plus End. Same way, if you want to select a line from the end to the beginning, then press End and then press Shift plus Home. To select one particular line down, press End and then press Shift down arrow. If you want to select one line up, then first press Home and then press Shift plus up arrow. There are various processes of selection, but now you will read about page break. What is page break? Generally, it indicates the end of a document. If you want to insert page break in your document, at first you have to follow some steps, such as at first you have to go to Insert tab from menu bar and then click on the page break. Then to see where you have added page break, click on Home and then in the paragraph group, click on Show or Hide. What is line break? It also ends a current line and lets you continue the text in another line. If you want to add a line break in your MS Word, then what to do? At first, you have to press Shift key and Enter key together. Then you will be able to add line break in your document or selected place. Margin, page orientation and page size, these are a very important part of formatting. First we will read about margin. What is margin and how we will add margin in our document. First you have to click on Layout tab of the menu bar, then click on Margin. Drop down menu will appear and click Custom Margins or Page Setup from your dialog box. Set the margins, type numbers indicating the width of your margin in the top, bottom, left, right fields, and click on the Apply to drop down menu. Select option that you want and click OK. Page orientation. Page orientation, MS Word offers two types of page orientation option. One is landscape and another is portrait. Landscape means the page is oriented horizontally and portrait means the page which is oriented vertically. To add page orientation, you have to follow the step. Like at first you have to go menu bar and layout tab, that means layout tab of menu bar, and then a drop down menu will appear. From there you have to select either portrait or a landscape that you want to add. Page size, it's also depend on you how you will set it, but by default the page size of a new document is 8.5 inches by 11 inches. Depending on your project or document, you may need to adjust your document's page size. If you want to resize the page, then you can follow the steps, such as at first select the layout tab of the main menu bar and then click on the size command. A drop down menu will appear. The current page size will be highlighted in it. Click on the desired predefined page size. You can customize the page size by selecting more paper size from the drop down menu and entering the desired values in the page setup dialog box. Now we will know how to add border and shading in your document. Actually, to enhance the appearance of the text in a paragraph or document, you can add border or shading to the selected paragraph or document. But you have to remember that shading colors for a background behind the selected text or paragraph. If you want to apply paragraph border, then you have to follow the steps, such as at first select the paragraph text that you wanted to format. Then click on the design tab of the menu bar. Click on the page border option in the page background group. Border and shading dialog box will be appeared, and from there you have to click on border tab. Click on the selected type of style under selection option. Then click OK. Border will be inserted in your document. If you want to add shading in your document, then also you have to follow some steps, such as click on the shading tab, click on the drop down arrow of the fill option to select the shade you want to apply in your document or table. Apply any one option that you want. Look in the preview box, you will see the new shading color, and then click OK. What is indent markers? Word provides indent markers that allow you to indent paragraphs to the location you want. The indent markers are located on the left of the horizontal ruler, and they provide several indenting options, such as first line indent marker. They also have symbols such as like this, and hanging indent marker, left indent marker, etc. etc. So these are the indent marker. First line indent marker that generally used to adjust the first line indent. Hanging indent marker that generally used to adjust the hanging indent. And left indent marker that moves both the first line indent and hanging indent markers at the same time. Now we will discuss on wrap text or positioning images. What enables us or you to wrap text around pictures, shapes and tables with any position or style that you want. Now we will discuss an insert shape. How we will insert a shape in our document or in our table. If you want to insert a shape, then at first you have to follow some steps. What are the steps? Go to insert tab, and from there go to shape. And you can select the shape as per your choice and insert your shape in your document. If you want to insert any picture of your own, that means from your gallery, then at first you have to go to insert tab, then from there illustration group, and select the pictures and insert it in your document or table. Same as if you want to insert online pictures, then also they have some steps, such as first click into the document where you want to insert the picture, then click on the insert tab of the ribbon, navigate to the illustration group and select the online pictures icon. The insert picture dialog box will be open. Within these windows you can see the various types of online resources that you want to insert in your document. You can type a keyword to search for associating pictures also. After the selection of your picture, you can insert you can click on the insert button to insert the picture in your page, table or document. Thank you students. We will meet in next class. Hello students, welcome to our next online computer class of class 5. Today we will discuss again on chapter 3. The name of the chapter is Advanced Features of Word Processor. Today we will discuss on editing and advanced formatting option in MS Word. Format Painter. What is Format Painter? Format Painter is a very powerful tool that copies the format of the selected text and applies it to another piece of selected text. When Format Painter is selected, pointer takes the shapes of its icon. Now we will discuss about the application of shadow. We have to follow some steps to decorate the text using applying shadow tools. First, we have to select the text in which a shadow effect is to be applied. Click on the text effect and then on the Home tab in the font group of the ribbon and then select shadow. Now we will discuss on editing tools. There are editing tools like find text. So how you will find text? We have to follow some steps to quickly search for every occurrence of a specific word or phrase. At first we have to click on the Home tab in the editing group, then choose find, or we can press Ctrl+F in our keyboard. The navigation pane will be appear. In the search box we have to type the text that we want to find. Any instances of found text are highlighted in the document and listed in the navigation pane. Find and replace. To find out and any text and replace, we have to follow some steps. At first we have to click on the Home tab in the editing group. We have to choose replace, or we can also press Ctrl+H on our keyboard. In the find word box, type the text that you want to search for and replace. The replace with box where you have to type the text to be replaced with. Then choose find next and then do one of the following. Either you can replace or you can find it. Applying header and footer. A heading having the title of the document, date and name of the author, etc. It can be inserted either on the top of each page of the document called header, or at the bottom of each page of the document generally called footer. To apply header and footer, there also have some steps. At first we have to click on the insert tab of the menu bar and we have to select header or footer, anything from the header and footer group to apply header or footer. We also can insert rows and invert columns for formatting. Now we will discuss about column break. What is column break? If you format a document with columns, the text will automatically flow from one column to the another. You can insert your own column breaks for more control over the document format. Why we use tab? Using tabs gives us more control over the placement of the text. Here are different types of tabs top, like left tab, the symbol are also given there, center tab, right tab, decimal tab, bar tab, indent tabs that both together, that means first line indent and hanging indent. Now we will discuss on drop cap. A drop cap is a large capital letter at the beginning of the text block that has the depth of 2 or more lines of the regular text. We have to follow this step to add drop cap. First we have to select the paragraph. Then on the insert tab in the text group, we have to select drop cap. We have to select the option that we want. Then to create a drop cap, at first we have to fit within our paragraph. Select dropped. To create a drop cap, that is in the margin outside your paragraph, select in margin. Now we will discuss on the process how we will remove a drop cap. We have to highlight the large drop cap letter first, and then we have to click on the insert tab in the text group. Then we have to click on drop cap and then click on none. Now we will discuss on hyperlink. What is hyperlink? You can create links to the existing or new files on your computer, to email addresses and to specific location in your document. Thank you, students.